MJ Akbar, who has finally returned to the country from Africa amidst calls for his immediate sacking from the government after allegations of sexual assault were levelled against him as a part of the Me Too movement. It was expected that Akbar would respond to the accusations that have been levelled against him, very serious and grave accusations of sexual assault and molestation that have been levelled against him by multiple women. However, Akbar refrained from answering any question that was put to him. He has said that he'll make a statement later.
There will be a statement later on.
Now remember, Akbar has been carrying out his ministerial duties despite the fact that several women have come forth and have demanded for his sacking after the allegations of him having resorted to sexual harassment and molestation were levelled against him. Now, the accusation against Akbar date back to the time when he was a journalist and an editor. Now, several of his former female colleagues have in fact come forth and made very serious allegations against MJ Akbar, and the pressure is now mounting on the Narendra Modi government, which has the slogan Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao, whether they'll take a stern stand and sack the Minister of State. However, India's Foreign Ministry is yet to respond on the accusations that have been levelled against the Minister of State for External Affairs, MJ Akbar. So it remains to be seen as to how the government, of course, responds to this. It is a litmus test in many ways for the government to walk the talk. It is no less than a Minister of State for External Affairs who is facing allegations of sexual harassment. Several women, as a part of the Me Too movement, have come and told about their horror stories of what they were subjected to while they were working under MJ Akbar, and he was the editor of these newspapers which he was heading. They've come forth and said that MJ Akbar had in fact taken advantage of them, he had harassed them, and he had also called them for interviews in his hotel room. And these are some damning allegations that have been levelled against MJ Akbar. He has not uttered a word so far, and despite the allegations that have been levelled against him, he has continued with his ministerial duties. He was of course on a tour of Africa. It was expected that the government could have sacked him while he was still on his tour, but now that he is back, some action is expected against MJ Akbar. And for more information on this, we are joined in by our correspondent, Siddhant Sabil. Good afternoon to you, Siddhant. Now, it was widely being speculated that the government will take action against MJ Akbar now that he's back in India. We saw him return at the airport where he said that a statement of sorts will be made. What is the latest that has happened in this story so far?
Well, it's a lot of newsworthy Sunday from Male to New Delhi. Well, in Male, we know a lot of developments going to happen, but focus on New Delhi, on the junior minister of External Affairs, Minister MJ Akbar, who arrived this morning from his Africa visit. And at the airport, he, of course, a lot of media personnel were there, and he, of course, shied away from answering. He said that he will shortly issue a statement. I'm standing right in front of the residence of MJ Akbar, the junior minister in India's External Affairs Ministry. And he said at the airport that he will be shortly issuing a statement, though of course right now there is no time given to us that when he will issue the statement, but we know that pressure is growing on MJ Akbar. It's been more than 3 hours since he has landed in New Delhi, right, and there have been statements coming from various quarters calling on him to resign. We know there have been at least 13 accounts of women coming out and speaking against his conduct with them, and we know how the Me Too movement has gathered steam here in India, and right now the focus is whether he will resign or not. There are media reports indicating that he has resigned, but there has not been any official confirmation that the minister has resigned or not. But of course the ruling BJP party, there have been comments coming out that there will be a probe, including by the president of BJP, but right now there is like a lot of confusion whether he's resigned or not, and we have to wait and watch when he will resign. But of course it's now done, it seems, that he will be resigning.
Absolutely, indeed. We'll have to leave there. Thank you very much indeed, Siddhant Sabil, for joining us and getting us the latest on this developing story. So MJ Akbar is now finally back in India, and it is now incumbent on the Modi government to take action against a minister who's facing very, very serious charges as a part of the Me Too movement, where no less than about 13 women have come forth and told their horror stories of what they were subjected to while they were employed as journalists in his newspaper. So it remains to be seen as to what action will be taken. It's been several days since the allegations started surfacing against MJ Akbar. He's finally returned to India. Remember, despite the allegations, grave allegations of sexual misconduct that were leveled against this minister in the Narendra Modi cabinet, no action was taken against him. He was still carrying on with his ministerial duties. However, he's now back in India, and it remains to be seen whether the Modi government will indeed go ahead and sack him.